okay. That happens sometimes, you know.
I twisted my ankle. I knocked it out.
All right. I'm going to do some attendance, so I need you guys to listen up and help me out, okay? Okay. Alicia. Good to see ya. Ari. Ben. Brooke. Thanks. Chris. Coop. Dawson. No Dawson? Okay. Okay. Emmy. Josh. Kellyanise.
Here.
Kirsten. Is Kirsten here? I didn't see her. Okay. Kinsley. Good to see you. Kylie. Bogle. File. Lytle. Mike. Noah. Thank you, Noah. Appreciate it. Nora. Quentin. Sophia. Vance. No Vance. He wasn't here Friday either, was he? Wes. Wyatt. Thank you, Wyatt. And Zay. Can someone let Maddie in? Thanks. All right. So I'm going to go over what we're going to do this week. It is all about body systems. Wyatt. And so you're going to get to hear about today the respiratory system, tomorrow the cardiovascular system. We're going to work on those two. And then Thursday, really, really cool, I'm going to let you guys work in groups, and we are going to, out of Play-Doh, build the cardiovascular or the respiratory. So you have a choice to build it, to label it, and that will count for points. So you guys, what I need you to do today is really focus up on the parts and labeling and what the functions of the respiratory system do, okay? You guys got it? Everybody in on Nearpod?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. I need the little chatter to kind of stop if you can do that. What I do need you to do is post something that you already know about the respiratory system. It's okay if you don't know anything. That's okay. That's an answer. But what I do need you to do is make sure that you post something. Okay? So Mike, that's okay. You don't know anything. Nothing from previous health classes. Nothing from science about the respiratory system. Okay. All right. That's okay. It's good for me to know. Oh, nice, Kinsley. The respiratory system helps with breathing. Good. That's a good one. All right. A couple more people that don't know. That's okay. I know that it's type of a system. Yep. Good. Body system. Any other ones? Your lungs can float in water. Really? I did not know that. I'll have to look that up. That's really cool. Okay, so Liv talked about lungs. Yes, your lungs are in the respiratory system. Good job. Nothing. Wow, I can't believe you guys haven't talked about the respiratory system. That's okay. All right, any other ones? Last call? Noah, you still working, buddy? Respiratory helps with breathing. Okay. Super exciting stuff. I love anatomy. I love the function of the body because I really think it's incredible. Like when you really break it down and start learning about some of the stuff, it is incredible how we were made and how our bodies function. So here's our goals for today. We're going to discover what the respiratory system does, how it functions, why it even exists, why it's important, okay? Then we're going to define some important vocabulary, so we'll be able to label and say these are the parts of the respiratory system. Since you don't know much, that's okay, you're starting fresh. And then we're going to have a chance to practice a little. I have an interactive thing on your Nearpod where you can click on some parts and learn a little bit more. Then we're going to take a group quiz to kind of figure some fun stuff out about the respiratory system, okay? Everybody got that? The goals for today? Cool. Okay. Can someone read the respiratory system for me? Liv, go ahead, nice and loud.
Your respiratory system is the network of organs and tissues that help you breathe.
Perfect.
This system helps your body absorb oxygen from the air so your organs can work. It also cleans waste gases such as carbon dioxide from the blood. Common problems include allergies, diseases, or infections.
Right, so everybody take a deep breath. We did this when we talked about smoking and vaping, and breathe out. What I love is that you guys talked about the breathing part. No one really wrote oxygen. A couple other classes did that. The oxygen comes in, but it also takes waste out, right? So it has a very important job to get all of the air in, the oxygen goes out to the body, but also gets all of the toxic out, okay? So this video we're gonna all watch together, just 2 minutes. I love to see it. I love to show you a little visual, and then there's a question or two during it that we'll pause it. But I love to show you how it actually functions. So this is the respiratory system and how it functions.
Today we are going to be talking about the respiratory system. In just a minute.
All right, so here's the first question. The respiratory system is how humans, super easy. Don't shout it out. Good, 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 good. Nice. 5% more. All right. So yeah, it's not how we eat. That's digestive. It's not how we sleep. It is how we breathe. Nice, good job. It's how we breathe. Nope, I did that last time. Sorry about that.
Just a minute. Respiration, or breathing, begins when you inhale and air enters the nose and mouth. As it goes down the trachea, tiny hairs called cilia keep dirt and mucus out. At the bottom of the trachea are two tubes called bronchi. One goes to the left lung and one goes to the right lung. When you inhale, the diaphragm contracts so lungs can expand. Each main bronchus branches off into many smaller bronchi. The smallest ones are called bronchioles, and each one is as thin as a strand of hair. Air eventually ends up in tiny sacs called alveoli at the end of each bronchiole. There are 300 million alveoli in each lung. They're covered with tiny blood vessels called capillaries. Oxygen travels from the air in the alveoli through the capillaries into your bloodstream, where it travels to the heart and other organs. When you exhale, the process happens in reverse. The diaphragm relaxes.
Everything goes backwards
Deoxygenated blood comes back to the capillaries, carrying waste products like carbon dioxide. They are breathed out through the alveoli, the bronchioles, the bronchi, trachea, and finally, the nose and mouth. The respiratory system isn't just essential for breathing, it's responsible for making any sound with your voice, from talking to singing to humming or even burping. Why is the respiratory system so important to the body?
All right, so this is your chance to go ahead and respond. Why is the respiratory system so important to the body? We talked about the breathing, but be a little more detailed. What did you see there? I'll give you a few minutes. Really like how you're taking your time, working on these. Okay. Good. Okay. 10% are in, 15%. Good job. Keep going. 20. Nice. Yep, how we breathe air. We breathe and live. We wouldn't be able to survive Oh, I love that one, Wesley. We need oxygen to live, and it helps us absorb it, right? Good. So it's so much more, Alicia, good job. It's so much more than breathing. It's also talking. I'm using a lot of oxygen right now. I'm using my respiratory system. Good, good, good. Kinsley, good one. It's important because it keeps mucus from entering our lungs and making us sick. Ah, it's okay if you have the same one. It's great.
There.
Oh, Michael, good job. You remember that word ciliae? Good. Helps protect and get that mucus. Wow, great job, guys. Okay, all great answers, but yes, it helps us breathe. So, here's a question. How many times do you think we breathe per minute? What do you think? Nora?
66.
What?
66.
66, okay. Now we're not talking about heartbeats per minute, right? Our heart, right? We're talking about how many times, just take notice. Have you ever kind of taken notice how many times you breathe? Do you breathe like this?
I would know.
Maybe if you run, right? What do you think, Ladle?
16, 12.
16, 12, okay.
24.
24. Depends on what you're doing, for sure. So say you're just resting, you're listening to this wonderful lesson about respiratory systems from a really great teacher. I don't know, maybe that's happening. And you're just breathing normally. Lytle, you are on track. It is 12 to 16. Did you look that up? 12 to 16 times per minute. So if you're younger, you're breathing quicker, right? Your body's working a little harder. You're younger. The older we get, the slower our breathing is. So that's more like 12, okay? So in a whole day, how many times do you think you breathe? Coop. Okay, way more. That's a good guess though, Wyatt. What do you think? 250. Okay. Jones.
Probably like 1,250.
Okay.
1,000.
All right, ready? 22,000 breaths per day. You breathe all day long, all 24 hours. You need to take breaths. So 22,000 times you breathe. So is the respiratory system important?
Yes.
Absolutely it is. That's why we're learning about it. You need it to live. So here you have in front of you the actual image of the respiratory system. Now I've got a couple of examples for you beyond this, but this is so important for you guys to see, and like I said, you'll be able to label this. I want you to look at all the parts and be able to know them. So, air comes through two spots. What are those two spots?
Nose and mouth.
Nose and mouth. Good job. So they either come through, probably while you're sitting here, you're just breathing through your nose. In the middle of the night, if you have somebody in your house that breathes with their mouth open and drools all over, air is coming through their mouth, they're snoring. Air is coming through my mouth in and out because I'm talking a bunch. Yep. So, oxygen's coming in, right? It's going past the esophagus, the larynx, which is our voice, right? And then goes down through the trachea. Here it's going to break to the main two bronchi, the right and the left. Now here's what I want you to do. Look outside. I know, don't look at these awesome cars. Just look at that tree right there. Imagine that tree flipped upside down. Imagine the trunk is the trachea. Okay? Then it breaks, pick two of those bigger branches, and that is your right and left bronchi. Then what happens to it? What happens after those two bigger ones? What happens? It breaks what? It breaks off into what? into smaller branches, right? And that's exactly what's happening in the lungs, guys. It's breaking down even more. And then what's really cool about the tree is it actually has little buds on it. Pretty soon that'll flower. But you can even think of them as these small sacs of alveoli. I always want to say the L there. Alveoli. And you can even think of it like that. So when you drive by and you look at these trees, you can say, hey, if I flip that upside down, that actually looks like it's the trachea and then going into our lungs, breaking all of that oxygen down. Do you guys catch the video, what they said about how small it actually goes down into the bronchioles? How small it is, how thin it is? Oh, that's great listening. As thin as a strand of hair. So imagine all of that even thinner, getting the oxygen to where it needs to be. One final thing I want you guys to look at this diagram in front of you guys. Diagram in front of you, did I say it? Is the diaphragm, okay? And this right here is a very thin sheet of muscle, but it is very, very important to breathing. So, how many of you guys are singers in here? Raise your hand. Who's a singer? Nice. Does your music teacher tell you to sing from here? Where does your music teacher tell you to sing from? Who said? Nice. From right here, not just your stomach, but your diaphragm. Super important muscle because it helps expand. Everybody take a deep breath. And contract. Opening up space for your lungs to breathe in air. Okay, so it's a really important muscle in the respiratory system. Now, I'm going to show what the diaphragm looks like on here. This is a beautiful science project that me and my kids did last night. So I'll give you a chance to pass it around, but I suggest don't do this because I've done that, and also a 2-year-old did too, so you don't want 2-year-old germs, right? But you'll notice when the air comes in, the lungs expand. But I want you to watch this. This would be the what muscle? What would this be? What is it? Yeah, awesome. Diaphragm. So watch this. You don't even need the air to go in, but the diaphragm, when it goes out, what happens to the lungs? Can you see? You see what happens to the lungs? They expand. When the diaphragm goes in, what happens to the lungs? Yeah, they contract, right? So the air comes out. You can even feel it or hear it that you don't need that oxygen right now. That diaphragm is helping expand the lungs and contract all on its own. That muscle is really important. So this is just something we're going to pass around too to get an idea. What is this? What would this be? Raise your hand. What would this be? Your ribs. So what's the ribs doing?
Protecting.
It's protecting, right? So if there was maybe an impact or something happened, it would protect your organs, not just lungs, but heart and everything that's happening in here. When you take a deep breath, everybody take a deep breath again. Push down in here. What are these? Ribs. Those are your ribs, right? They go all the way down. They start up top and connect to a thing right here called the sternum. Okay? You have 24 of them, 12 on each side. You have what's called floating ribs as well. They don't connect these ribs down here. Everything else connects to the sternum, but these do not. So it allows your ribs to do what? Expand and contract. Your ribs are there to protect, but it also has a little bit of flexibility and protection. How cool is that? So cool that your body can do that, right? And protect. So we've talked about all of these. Any questions about any of this? Your nasal cavity is a part of it, your throat, of course, so anything that's helping take in air and get the air back out. Any other questions? Okay, awesome. You guys are doing so good. I know you're as pumped about the respiratory system as I am. Okay, so here's your chance to go ahead and match some things up. You have, I think, 5 of the vocabulary words. In this activity, you get to pair the words with the definition. So go ahead and do that. You have a couple of tries, but I want everybody, your goal is 5 out of 5, even if you have to redo it, okay? All right, let's see how you're doing. Some 5 out of 5. Who got it on the first try? No one. Cooper got it on the second try. Does this mean like he's like top? Does it put him in order or is it random?
Random.
Is it random?
Random.
Okay. Still learning near pod, but that's good. Nice. Okay. Everybody good? Everybody got it? So let's go through it here. Let's check out the pairs. These are terms, again, that you're going to use on Thursday if you choose the respiratory system. So I want you guys to know these. The lungs. Who can read the lungs definition? Go ahead. Consisting? Is that where you're at?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Good. Perfect. Okay, so these organs are really elastic. Ben, you might have a visit. You good? Okay. Mr. Jones, you know this guy? Swept up on the Super Bowl squares?
Oh yeah, I'm Mr. Frankel. Hi, Mr. Walden. Every time I drop that off, he asks, "Are you going to stop by my class?"
Aww, I love that.
I just wanted to make sure that I saw you.
I love
I said
that.
hello, and I hope you're having a great day.
He's
Everybody
learning-
having a good day?
They're learning about the respiratory system. They're real
Oh,
pumped.
it's
I
one
know.
of my favorite systems.
Right?
Okay.
So important.
Well, stop using your respiratory system and
Yeah.
bad things happen.
That's right.
All right. Am I blocking your way, Mr. Walden? All right. Have a wonderful day.
You too.
See you later. Bye. Thank you.
Yep. All right. So it's situated in the rib cage, which protects the lungs. And they're, like I said, these organs are elastic. They can stretch. You know, we don't even use probably the amount of lung capacity. We could really take deeper breaths, intake more oxygen, take a deeper breath. But we just don't breathe like that, right? Now, if you are really running, really working out, you're taking in more, but your lungs can really expand and contract. All right, let's do another one. I keep doing that. This one, who wants to read this one about the diaphragm? Brooke, I haven't heard from you. Go ahead.
A sheet of muscles that sit underneath the lungs.
Yeah, this is so important. Remember, singing, getting those deep breaths. This muscle is so important. Wyatt, you want to read one? All right, can you hold just a minute? Okay, thanks. All right, how about this one? The windpipe or the... Who remembers what the other term is for it? Quentin. Do you remember? It's okay. Can someone help him out? Starts with a T. Look out there at the trunk. We talked about it looking like,
A tree.
yeah, the trachea. The windpipe or the trachea? Go ahead and read it, Quentin.
This part of the respiratory system is responsible for the air that travels both in and out.
Yep, responsible for the air that travels both in and out. Great job. We got 2 more. Okay, this one's awesome. Who wants to read this one? Kinsley.
Warms and cleans air as it
Go ahead. It warms and cleans air as it passes through. How does it clean air? Raise your hand. Yes, with your nose hair. Okay, so really gross, but cool stuff as well. Our bodies are incredible how they were designed. The nose hair actually catches all the particles and all the dirt and all the gross stuff that's in the air to help clean it, which would create what in your nose? Just say it.
Boogers.
Boogers. Yes, snot, boogers. All of those things are created because there's junk in the air, and your body is doing an incredible job cleaning it. As well as, Mike, you used the word cilia that was shown here, that's found right here in the throat as it goes down. There's a new movie on Disney Plus. Have you guys seen it? Strange World, it's called.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
It's actually the inside of the body, and those things that are moving around are the cilia.
What?
And it's creating, like, it's helping clean, and so mucus and things like that is how your body is helping clean that air. Super cool stuff. Okay, last definition is, who wants to read that? Go ahead. Yeah, the bronchi. So these are the two main ones, the right and the left, coming from the trachea, or you can look at the tree, the trachea, and then the two, if you pick two of the bigger branches, this would be going straight into the lungs. Yep, they're responsible for getting that air into the lungs. Good job. All right, we're almost done. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you a couple of minutes. Yes, Quentin? Can you just hold for 1 minute while I give these instructions? So this is all interactive for you guys. I want you to click around, hover over. I think you have to click the parts of the body. When you click on them, I want you to read the definitions, just a reminder of what they do. And then when you're done, just freeze. We're going to do this quiz all together as a class. Don't click on the quiz. And then we'll see how well you know the respiratory system and some facts. Quentin, you can use the restroom right now, bud. Okay, really take notice of this because you're going to have to label this on Thursday. So, know all those parts of the respiratory system. Don't worry, you'll get to view it a little bit on Thursday as well. But what I really want you to know is not only labeling it, but you're going to need to know the function of it. Yes, ma'am. Are there any questions about it? I'll give you about 2 more minutes to click on those, and then we're going to go through our quiz together. Somebody's already out. You'll have to wait. And then Cooper asked after Quentin.
That was really loud.
All right. You guys about good? You good? Yep. You get to all of them? That chat tells me you might have got them all. The windpipe, another name for the windpipe is? The trachea. Good. All right. We're getting it. All right, you guys ready? I don't want you to click on the quiz. I'm going to be the one, so get out of that. I'm going to be the one that controls the quiz up here. We'll do it together since there are some questions we didn't go over yet, but some of them we did. Okay. So you can raise your hand if you think you know it. Number 1, what gas is vital to all your cells and body processes? Jones. Oxygen. Anybody disagree? Are you for real? No. Okay. All right, I'm going to click on it. Here we go. Jones is correct. Human and all animals need to breathe oxygen to stay alive. I think, did you ask or did Coop ask? Okay, go ahead. Yep. Just because you got that right, yes, you can. All right, number 2. What tube carries air to and from your lungs? To and from your lungs, Bogle. Anyone disagree? Ooh, all right, let me click on it. Here we go. Nice, that is correct. Air passes to and from the lungs through a rubbery tube called the windpipe or the trachea. Great job. Number 3. What is the name of the system that provides your body with oxygen? This one's easy peasy. That's why we're here today talking about it. Fix in the back. All right, anybody disagree? How many systems are in the body? Did I tell you guys? 10. The respiratory system is made up of your lungs and airways. Good job. Super important. We breathe every day. All right. Which living things supply the oxygen we breathe? I just put a bunch of these in my house. And they're not whales. Okay? Michael. Let me click on it. Let's see. Anybody disagree? You guys are so agreeable. Good job. Plants give off oxygen when they make food. Really good to clean the air. All right. Number 5. Which waste gas does the process of respiration produce? Kinsley.
Carbon dioxide?
All right. Carbon dioxide. Everybody disagree? Let's click on it. Here we go. You ready? Nice. Good for you. Body cells use oxygen and give off carbon dioxide as waste gas. Great job. How about carbon monoxide? What did we learn when we talked about that? What was that from? Cigarettes. You are right. Yeah. That is a waste gas that you would intake if you smoked. Really bad for you. Number 6, what sheet of muscle tightens to draw air into your lungs? We've seen an example of it. Quentin. Anybody disagree? Okay, I'm going to click. Here we go. Nice. Good job. The diaphragm tightens, pulls down just like this. Ready? See it? The base of your lungs as you breathe in, so there's room for your lungs, and then closes. Oh, there she goes. There goes my lungs, my respiratory system. Come on back here, buddy. Okay. What organ in your throat helps you produce sound? What am I using right now? Wyatt. Not yet. You got to answer this.
It was called but
There's nothing with a B up here, so file. The larynx. Larynx.
I do that.
Yeah. also known as the thorax. No, don't use that. The larynx is called your voice box. I'm using it a lot today. Yep, good job. All right, we're moving on. You guys are doing great. Question 8. What are the tiny air sacs through which oxygen passes in the blood? So it goes through the trachea, the bronchi, and the bronchioles. Keeps going. Alveoli. Man, you are good. You know your respiratory system. Let's check it out. Anybody disagree? Sorry, I'm jumping ahead. Nice. Good job. Teeny, teeny, tiny that move throughout. Good job. All right, question 9. All right, this one I did not know. And this one was really interesting. So, how fast does a sneeze travel? Nose, which is a part of your respiratory system, which protects. When you sneeze, it cleans out your system. Kinsley? Okay, you think 155? Emmy, I haven't heard from you. You think 100? In the back? 100? Do I hear another 100? Do I hear 155? Someone, ooh, okay. I don't know what to click. Okay, Kinsley, I'm going to click your 155. Let's see what happens. Here we go. Oh, that's okay. So, listen, here's the part I want you guys to see. It was pretty close, 100, 155. Still really fast, how fast the sneeze comes out. But what does it say is shooting out? Alicia, what is shooting out when you sneeze? Right here. Can you read it? Is it pretty far away? Dust and mucus. So if you are a person who just sneezes, what do you think is coming out? All the grossness. So please cover your sneeze, right? Okay, we're almost done. Last one. You were doing so good. What is the main reason your body needs oxygen? What do you think? Someone I haven't heard from. Somebody in the cheap seats. In the back. You want to take a guess? Do you want to try? Yeah, we're almost done. Cooper! What? Oh, he says to make energy. Anybody disagree? Oh, what do you think?
Don't you need to do all of those?
You do need it to do all of those, but what is the main reason? This is the key word here. Key 2 words. Main reason. Nora. So you need oxygen. I think I'm going to go with Cooper's. Let's see what happens here. Oh, let's go. Oxygen allows your body to burn fuel to get the energy it needs, hold up, to stay alive. I'm going to have this. I know we ran out of time. I'll have this tomorrow and Thursday for you guys to check out, to play around with. Don't want to use that. You guys can line up. You guys did so good today. Tomorrow is cardiovascular.